Good evening, everyone. What's up? Welcome to the show. It's Car Stereo Talk with your host. I am Dean.
I'm Fernando.
I know we haven't done that in a long time, but I've
Let's just keep it that way.
scroll over to so we can see that. Wow.
What?
Well, look how it looks. It looks kind of like, which is weird
Mm-hmm.
because we're getting the feed directly from the camera.
Yeah. So you are fine.
Yeah. Let's do this. Oh yeah, it looks fine. All right. Anyways,
It's because you had glasses. That's why.
yeah, that's what it is. Just wanted to stop by and give donations versus over the interwebs. Can I? Yeah, we're here. There's somebody here all the time.
Talking about donations.
Hold on, unless Christian is coming, in which case
we're close. We're
Yeah.
not close. It's always welcome, Christian, in here.
What's up, car gift?
Talking about donations, you want to show your piece?
I showed it on Instagram.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Maybe people they went to Instagram today.
Yeah, but that's incentive to go to Instagram.
Well, you should go to Instagram so you can see the new piece that Dean got.
It would help if I hit the play icon and open the video side. It's okay, man. It's okay, Baba. Thanks for showing up. I know this is a new thing. It's a new thing. I don't know. We all had a good time last night on The Boring Life. You know, Haley was extremely tired and had an upset stomach, but she trudged through.
Like tired, bro.
Well, I was tired because I got up really early and started my taxes so that I could go party. But
yeah.
Oh gosh.
I mean, you were a kid jumping.
I said, like, nothing's happening. Yeah, I know. I love that feeling. Like, hit the button. But, oh, no, yesterday was a good time.
Yeah.
The kids, the funny thing is the great thing about a 5-year-old is that he'll want to do some extreme stuff, like throw into the ball pit.
Yeah.
Or foam. And then it's like, it was so funny because we'd bounce and he'd want me to hold him hands, jump him up really high. And he figured out if he laid down and I jumped, he would like fly up really high. And then he'd be like, okay,
I'm out.
Let's go play in the play zone or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah.
So let's go play in the playground now.
Yeah.
And he would just take off. It was like he was done, flick of a switch, over to the playground. And then he would just do whatever he had to do there. Yeah. The funniest thing is the kids would always take the balls out of the ball pits and they'd be all over the playground.
Right.
And the girls came over to clean them all up. And he's like, him and a couple of people in there, he grabs. So what they do is they grab balls, they go up to the top and they drop them down the slide. And so he did that. And so they're going to walk away and then all these balls shoot out of the slide.
Wow.
And I just start laughing and I'm like, okay. Oh, look who it is.
Hey, Jason. What's up, buddy?
We're just talking about kids. Not that you could relate.
Exactly.
Nothing about kids. Any budget RTA that you recommend?
Yes.
There's the IRTA 2 if you're looking. So you could do the IRTA 2, which is an electrical RTA 2-channel, which is big because most RTAs are not. And then you just need a USB-C mic that you can get from Dayton. You can get from Studio 6. Dayton's probably the most budget one. Not that get the nice USB-C one. And about $300, $350. You have an acoustical RTA and an electrical 2-channel RTA that you can use via an iPad app.
Yeah.
So, and if you're an Android guy, there's no Android.
Where you can find these amazing things that you're talking about?
DNFtooldrawer.com. So you want me to just pop that up there?
Exactly, DNF, right there. Yeah, it's in the top. Yeah. DNFtooldrawer.com.
And we use the Studio 6 RTA app, although there are plenty of RTA apps in the App Store on Apple. Apple has them, guys. It's not me, it's them. They do a better job. And look, it's Elias.
What's up, man?
What is up? What's happening? There was a question at the beginning of the show that we are going to go back to about an F-150.
Do you click it?
That we have the answer to. But before we do that, I don't want to get too deep into the woods here and we do this little Facebook group called the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club. Some of you guys have heard of it. Some of you guys haven't. We're just going to head over here to the page. It is brought to you by the fine folks at Metra who make T-Spec as well as Tsunami. Who do we have here today? This is a marine install.
Yes. Who do you think?
I I have no idea.
That's Mitch.
Oh, is this Mitch? I knew it was Mitch because I saw. Yeah, Mitch at Stereo Steve's, also a former competitor of the 12-volt clean wire challenge. He did the little over under thing like we talked about to use the T-Spec distribution block, which we talked about with the Memphis when we were looking at the Memphis amp rack that you got done, so that you can have 2 grounds in the center and powers on the outside. You gotta flip that somewhere, and he did it. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Nice and clean over the top, looking fantastic. But Mitch, Sarah, Steve, congratulations. Great job. Make sure to head over to metroonline.com, download your catalogs for T-Spec as well as Tsunami, or take the corresponding name and add online.com to the end of it, and you can go over to the website and check out their products. They're a proud sponsor of the 12-volt clean wire club. So use their products because they're freaking cool. And they use Torx screws instead of Allen screws, which... thank God, because they're so much better. Like, it's so much nicer. Marty Dean!
What's up, man?
What is up? How's everybody going? Okay, so we're going to go back to that original question that we had at the beginning of the show, where the gentleman asked, let me get to the first part of it. He goes, 2016 Ford F-150 non-amplified. And he says, if it's the center... oh, that was the answer.
No,
and then he says...
there.
Would you wire the door speakers behind the head unit, and is the center channel separated from left to right? So the answer is yes, I would wire them behind the head unit because it's easy enough to get that radio out of the dash. Even if it has a center console, there's a screw in the center behind the USB. There's 2 on the top. You remove those. You just lift up the corner pieces. You don't have to take them off. You just have to fan them out, and the whole centerpiece will come out. Life is great, and the radio pulls right out. And if it's the other one, it's just 2 screws at the top, the whole thing comes off. So it's getting the Ford dash apart and anything but a new one is really simple. In the fact that it's just a couple 7mm and it just pops right off. Life is great. Now, the question is about the center channel. So the center channel is actually internally bridged or internally wide off of the front channel. So it does have its own wiring coming out of the radio, but it's not upmixed or crossed. It's not upmixed or aligned, or it's literally just a clone of either the driver or passenger speaker playing in the center of the dash. It's utterly pointless. Like, not a fan. If you want to put a center channel in there, it's easy enough to run your own wires to it. When you pop the top off, it's right there. But as far as that goes, T-harnesses are a big deal. Everybody wants one. If you head over to pack-audio.com, and up here at the top, very top, you see where it says search. If you type in 3 letters, LPH, okay? And if you want to throw the 4th letter, which is of the vehicle, so for example, if you said LPHF, it would know it's a Ford. If you typed in LPHH, it would think it's a Hyundai or a Honda. G would be GMC, C would be Chrysler, T would be Toyota. But if you just type in LPH, it'll give you all of them. And if we scroll down here, we see the FD21 and we see the FD31. Those are the only 2 harnesses available. This is 2011 to 20, so you're looking at FD21 is the radio or the harness you're looking for if you would just like to T-harness into the radio, making your life so much easier. What's up, Mr. Smith?
What's up, man?
So, yes, they make great T-harnesses and stuff like that. I know we talked about them quite frequently here, but yeah, I'm still working in case Tommy who? Yeah, is reading this. Don't worry. Tommy's freezing his butt off. He's got snow and all that other crap going on up there. I don't know how you people deal with that. But anyways, that's that. Need to have shop snacks recommendations in tool drawer. So this week, I have Check Mix Snack Mix, and I have my apple cinnamon rice cakes. Now, you think that's weird. However, if we go over to Fernando's toolbox, we're going to have his, what are these, cheddar? Or what flavor are these?
That's cinnamon.
Cinnamon rice cakes. He's got his cool...
Burritas.
Yeah. He varies. This one looks like
pineapple.
Apricot. This is pineapple.
That's pineapple.
Sometimes it's cherry.
It's strawberry,
cherry. It's red.
pineapple.
It's red. And then we have Munchin Mix, which is spicy more or less. This is the flamin' one. Flamin' Munchin Mix. And then I didn't. You finally got a new bottle. He's also got a new bottle of Valentina sauce, which is fantastic. Now the other thing that we have going on is in the refrigerator. Buy these little packets of tuna. So there's a bunch of packets of tuna in there. Protein.
Yeah. Well, I eat those with this one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to grab the crackers.
Yeah.
So he's got a bag of crackers. So that's there you go. So that's basically what our install base consisted of right now. I have a bottle of water. It's been that way for a minute.
The best snacks.
But yeah, so those are the snacks that you're looking at. Oh wait, what did Jeff say? It just literally changed. I will come bearing gifts tomorrow. Oh, fantastic! Wow, that's like this is the most I've seen Jeff. He came by last week and picked up the Memphis thing to get it to Canada for me, which I hugged him. I didn't, but I wanted to. We bro hug. Anyways, wow, it's so nice. Oh, thank you, Fang. Way to go! And the sponsor is. Not that. This.
Car Stereo, yes.
Yeah,
today is the Car Stereo talk.
Let's go back to that and let's call this guy right here. Sponsor is Focal! Plug and play. Oh, all right, we have sound again. Sorry about that. I blame Baba too.
Is the sound?
Back. Yeah, we're back. Yep, this should be better. Do I do the Focal ad again? I'll do the abbreviated version. Head over to Focal Inside as well as Focal Integration. You can find them both at focalamerica.com for all your speaker integration needs. Okay, bummer. Okay. All right. No, man, these are Macs. We don't have Control Alt Delete. There's no Alt. Okay, here we go. Ken. I posted this on Saturday's show. You said need to know how it's integrated. Posted that info 3 times throughout the show. After watching the vid with y'all and a Jeff Smith at Iasca, I decided to go get CD popped into the... Oh, yes. 2000... Yep, I remember. And left center tracks. Dude's voice was coming out of the wrong side. Queried up the pink noise and the side, left, right, side. Okay. Corrected. Maestro AR integration feeding Blackbird amp with 3-way active. Oh, wow. So it's 2017, so that would be that. The reason why I asked is because if you, like with the Amp Pro, there was a software issue where the left and right were backwards. And so everything would fade appropriately, but then the left and right would be wrong when you listen to this track. So... this is a good question. Dude's voice is coming out of the wrong side. Create up pink noise and the side. Yeah, it was correct. I feel like Maestro is having the same problem. So this we've never run into with anything other than the Amp Pro. The solution was a software update on their end. Maestro, and that was only for the BO system. That wasn't for just regular F-150s. So the course on this one is obviously to, I'm going to say call ARC first and let Brian dial in and just check everything out. Brian, Fred, or Brad, whoever answers the phone and can take care of you. And let them dial into the software. So make sure you're at home, make sure you have it plugged in, and let them dial in to see if it's that before we go to iData, just to save the headache there. But it might be something in the software that needs to be flipped, because it's essentially, there's the 17, but yes, that's why I was asking. So, okay, we can get rid of that one, pop up the next one. But yes, definitely give them a call. Oh my gosh, hold on, before you put anything on. Chris Bennett's in the house!
What's up?
Hold on.
He's the way.
Oh. So I don't know why I felt like a soccer tournament right there. Ole, ole.
Okay, that's.
I don't know. It just that's what popped in my head when I saw that. Okay, sorry. Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Looking to go through a 22 Camry non-premium. Would the best route be to replace my A-pillars trim with JBL trims for the tweeters? Place the mid. Yes. 100%. Actually, you wouldn't be the first guy to do that. Oh, dang, it's just like moving around. It's going to keep me from falling asleep. But yeah, so the cool thing is they are easy enough to go by. It is a small mount on the back side. But yeah, totally go pick these up. It's totally worth it. This one we had to replace because conveniently drilled a hole through it because I had to put some thermal certs in here. So, and they welded into place, but that's how we attached is we put thermal certs and then we screwed into it. And when I was drilling in, I drilled all the way through. So we bought him a new one. And he was like, you should let me know. I found these for like $30 a piece. So now we have one custom one with a hole in it. So, but yes, definitely go pick them up. Again? No, that was old.
Yeah, that was all.
I was gonna say, no, I can literally see it right there.
So,
dude.
but what do you think about it?
I'm like, wait, what? No.
Oh my god, that's so nice.
How's it going, guys? What's up,
What's
Mel?
up, Mel?
We are both well.
Yes.
You need to change your picture, though, man. I feel like the shirt just really isn't helping you. You know, those days of old. What's your opinion on the ILX W650? Needs to go back in the oven. That's
really?
Yeah, this one right here. I think it needs to go back in the oven, cook for another 10
minutes. 670.
Minutes.
I'm sorry, you say 650.
Yeah, I know, because I like the 650.
Oh, the 650
is nice. The 670 needs to go back in the oven for like
I don't know, but for
minutes.
me, it looks more cheaper. Like,
I wasn't talking about fit. I'm not talking about fit and finish. We're not going to go there. I was just talking about the operating system needs another, I don't know, a couple more revisions before it's like ready for prime time.
Yeah.
If you do decide to get one though, and you're going to be using the Metra steering wheel, conveniently enough, there's a video to show you how to get it to work.
Yeah.
Because it's not Alpine. They're not using the Alpine software on it. So. Yeah.
Oh.
Howdy.
What's up, Jonathan? Let's see. I got another one right here. Hang on. Right there.
Yeah. I haven't done one of these since 2010. Dude, I gotta be honest with you, I don't remember. I know what you're thinking. Really?
What?
How's that even possible?
Really?
Well, because like there was one Honda that you had to retain the radio, okay, because but I don't think it was the Odyssey. And then the other one was just need to run an RCA to it. The problem that you run into is if the DVD player is up front, that's where the problem starts to come in because and that's like getting audio back into the system and all those other fun things. I just don't remember. It's been a while since I've had to do one of those. And most of those by now, the screens are so washed out that like the third or fourth owner that has them are like, I don't care. Just put something new in. But that's really the problem is depending on which Honda it is, you may have to relocate the radio. Don't know though. It's been so long.
Yeah.
I could be confusing it with a Toyota. Who are you? How's the Bronco going? The Bronco's actually going quite well. If you were following us on Instagram, you kind of saw that we were working on the grill, got the grill done. He's been working on the speakers all day. I'll show you what the grill looks like tomorrow. I don't want to go grab the panel. It's big and I don't want to knock on something, but it actually looks really cool with the orange and gray. Turned out really nice. Can you show the Bronco Glowforge piece? Oh my God. Okay. Jesus Christ.
That was good. What's that from Oregon?
This is like everyone wants orange all of a sudden. What's up with the orange, man? Okay, so here we go. This is
right there.
The piece.
Yeah.
So as you've seen just a second ago, his truck is gray with orange. So we made this whole piece starting from here, and then now we have the gray with orange grill. This is for service. So on the back side of it, you can see we made this big panel here. Everything screws into place, and this will allow this piece comes out, and we'll have this giant hole. This is a bunch of painted and sanded and body worked so that it looks actually looks better than factory, to be honest with you. But yeah, then so there you go. So that's it. All right, let me go put this back.
That's it?
That's it.
Do you remember how you retain RDS?
What's that?
You don't remember?
Why would I not remember?
How you retain RDS?
What?
RES on the 2010 Honda?
No, I don't remember. Come on. I know. Hello, what's up?
What's up?
Would my system sound better if I replaced the factory speakers with AudioFrog using the stock amplifier on a 10-speaker BO and the F-150, or would it be better off just amplifying OEM? I mean, I'd say no to everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it's a great idea. So let's just kind of let's just think about this for a minute. While we do that, I'm going to drop this into place. All right. So the BO system, Bang & Olufsen, is part of the Harman Group. So it's a highly DSP'd system, meaning it's got lots of equalization for the inexpensive speakers that it has in it. So the EQ from BO is designed to make those factory speakers sound the way that they are sounding right now, which is terrible. So if we take let's say an AudioFrog GS speaker and we put it in there, the signal that's going to be getting to it is the same exact signal that was going to the BO system. However, their equalization is trying to compensate for whatever problems that those inexpensive speakers have. But now we're going to be taking that signal and applying it to the AudioFrog. So we're not going to be tuning it for AudioFrogs. It's going to think it's still the crappy BO speakers. So our AudioFrogs may sound better and or worse depending on what the factory EQ does to it. So then you say, all right, so that's kind of a bad idea, right? I mean, it could sound better. More than likely it won't. So now we go, okay, let's go the other way. Let's just amplify the factory speakers. So the factory speakers can't handle a lot of power, which there again might not be a problem as long as you're doing something small, a small amplifier in there, the multi-channel small amplifier, just like they have a multi-channel small amplifier. The speakers are getting anywhere between 10 to 15 watts a piece. So maybe we go up to 35 watts with something like a 10-channel 35-watt amplifier that we can now tune ourselves. That might make a little bit more sense because now we might be able to push the speakers and, say, those acoustical engineers at Harman, they don't know anything. I can do this better than them. Which you might, because as bad as that truck sounds, it seems like yes. But there again, we're still dealing with low power handling speakers. So what we may end up doing is blowing those speakers once we start to EQ them and try to get them to sound better. So that's almost a lose too. It's a better option, but it's not a great option at that. But if we're looking at, let's say time, so we're like, I am going to get new speakers and a new amp, but what should I do first? Okay, well then the amplifier kind of rolls back on the table because we can work with what we have from the factory and get that to sound better in the hopes that we'll be replacing the speakers in the next couple of months or year or whatever it is. So I guess out of those two, the only one that really makes the most sense is just amplifying the OEM. Okay. What do we got?
Did you replay this one?
How do you deal with the extra hole, when installing a single DIN Alpine floating? Oh, no, I did. And a 2000 F116 F1 using the iData Link kit. If you're talking about the MFT1 kit, the MFT1 kit actually comes with a piece of plastic specifically designed for when you do that kit. So, nearly enough, that's all that's in this box. So this piece right here is for the iData MFT1 kit so that If you're just doing the single DIN floating screen radio, this goes in beneath it and fills in the gap. How cool is that? I just have that one right here. MFT1 kit. I don't know why we have this. Literally all that's in the box. Okay, next. I have an ACM 4.300 in 3-channel mode on a focal separates and 1 kicker 10-inch sealed box.
I think this one was the
ACM. The ACM 4.300 3-way on a focal separates and a sealed kicker box.
What do you think?
Listen to the 80s rock and questions.
Should I add the epicenter?
I mean, yeah, why not, right? I mean, it's going to make your music sound. I mean, okay. If you're listening to the 80s rock music and you're really wishing you had some bass and you're not getting out the performance out of the box that you built, yeah, the epicenter is going to definitely do that. You know the limits as far as power goes of the amplifier, so you're comfortable with that. It's not like you're looking to get more power out of it. You may just want to get some more deeper feeling bass, in which case, yeah, adding the epicenter would be the way to go. One of the problems with the ACM amplifiers, as well as all the other audio control amplifiers, they really don't have bass boost in there anywhere. Bass boost would solve the problem because it would give you a little bit of that, junk in the trunk. But otherwise, yeah, I would pick up. And the nice thing is, you could probably do the classic or the competition or whatever is the bigger, older one. I mean, obviously the smaller one would stick with the size amplifier you have because the other one would be bigger than the amplifier. But either way, you don't need both. Go ahead.
Okay, hang on. I gotta go back to the.
Power versus DSP. I have the Hertz amplifiers with the Hertz Milli speakers. After installing DSP Alpine Auto EQ, my system doesn't sound as good and loud as it sounded before the DSP. Correct. So here's the thing with Auto DSP. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of things going on here. So let's talk about it and kind of break it down to where it makes sense. It got quieter. It is going to get quieter, especially if you have delay, because essentially what delay is doing is delaying speakers and also controlling the volume output. So it is going to reduce volume. It shouldn't be much. In other words, maybe 1 or 2 dBs here or there as far as output goes to a speaker. It's common, but you are adding delay, so there is going to be a small reduction in volume. Most people don't even notice it, though. So, yeah, but there again, the other thing, too, is with DSP, you're moving the soundstage around. And if you're used to having a speaker that's coming off of the dash in your face all the time, yelling at you, and you don't hear anything other than that, and all of a sudden the sound is moved off to the right, sometimes that's a problem for people. And they're like, oh, that sucks, because now all the sound sounds like it's coming from the right side of the car. And it's like, okay, well, maybe if you adjust it a little bit to the left, find a happy medium, like not totally in the center, but maybe over some, that will bring some of that like false loudness back, because now the speaker is kind of closer to you. Mm-hmm. But if everything sounds like it's coming from the right, it's definitely going to give you the illusion that things aren't as loud as they used to be. Now, when you do auto anything, no matter whose it is, you're really putting your faith in their ability to get what you want. Okay?
What you really, really want?
What you really would want. Tell me what I want, is what you're saying. And
Coca-Cola, man.
They're not a paid sponsor. But Moscone-America is.
I wish they with the Coca-Cola base.
I'd much rather have Coca-Cola pay too. Anyways, auto is wonderful, but the problem with auto is it's them deciding what they feel you're going to like the way it sounds. And it's Alpine, so I'm sure Alpine tuned it with Alpine speakers in the hopes that this is what it's going to do. So they may be making your speakers a lot more mellow than you would actually want them. Millis are a dynamic speaker. They get bright and loud and so whereas the Alpines typically don't do that. And the Japanese, who are the people that created the auto-tune in it, also don't necessarily like the way that sounds. So you're at the discretion of whoever the engineer was that said, this is how it should be done, with accent of corresponding language for whoever it was who made it. So you have a good baseline. Now you know it doesn't work for you, plug it into a laptop and get inside of it and start making some adjustments to get it to be where you want. And that is where the typical problem is, because when you sell something on auto and it's like, there you go, and it doesn't make you happy and you don't know what to do to fix it, then it becomes no fun, okay? And that's could be where you're at, and that's where a lot of people are, even shops that don't play with DSP, and they're sold on the auto DSP thing, and then it doesn't work, and they're like, I don't know what to do. I hit the button. The yellow one is the sun.
Don't hit the red button.
Don't hit the red. And so, to start out with, I guess you need to figure out, okay, let's try to get it louder where we wanted it to be louder. So I'd go in and look at what it did to your tweeters and your mid-range and see, did it bring them to the floor? It probably did. So we need to go back in and do some level adjust, as well as possibly tweaking the EQ and also the time alignment to see where it actually set your soundstage up and whether you can live with it. And that's where a lot of test tracks, like polarity test tracks, the test track the gentleman was talking about earlier, left, center, right of center. A lot of those you can get on iTunes, and I'm sure everyone else. Sheffield Labs, that's Sheffield Labs, makes a bunch of those test things that you can download and play with. We use them all the time. But yeah, so I just think right now you're stuck in that I just did auto-tune and it sounds like crap, what do I do stage. So don't give up yet. Just open up the software and start trying to, and there again, you can go slow. Make one adjustment, see if it helps. Don't make a bunch of adjustments. That's the problem most people make, is they just start touching all the buttons and they end up going down a rabbit hole and making everything worse. So
yeah, but the cool thing about these things is you can raise it off and start over.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
As soon as you have your crossover points, don't blow your speakers, your inputs and outputs right. Hey,
go to town.
The rest go to town. Yes, exactly.
Right. So save what you have.
Yes.
And then just
go play with the EQ
But I mean, to get definite results, I'd say start slow, and then
start fast.
I mean, whatever works for you. I'm just going to auto mine. Thank you guys. I'm headed to Addis. Oh, there you go. Let him play with it. I missed the 30-minute mark. Was engrossed in the show. Fang, it's okay. Thank you, though. Keeper of time.
Right there.
And as I said, Moscone-America.com is a proud sponsor of the show. That little soldier right there. That one. That little soldier. That is Fernando's 430. Jesus Look at it. Christ. Look at it just sitting there. It's so sad and depressed.
It's crying right now.
It is crying right now. It does not have a car to go in.
It doesn't have.
But the one we're talking about is that one, which is 830. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at me. I'm so sexy. All right, moving on. Give me another question. Hey, guys. What's up, Mary Lou? Did you get my package?
All right. Hang on.
I'm hanging. Hold on.
Right there.
Scroll down here and get that out of the way. Any thoughts on the Kenwood KFC X2s versus the JL? For Dash, the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee, no factory components left in the Jeep. JD 404 amp used for dash and front door speakers. Oh, well, that's nice. I mean, that's what I would hope for.
Right.
So here's the thing. I don't know.
You haven't heard the JL.
No, I haven't heard the JLs to know what they sound like. Right. We have done extensive testing on the X2s. Okay, we know what they can do. We know what they look like. We know how they sound. I don't know what the JLs sound like. We haven't gotten one to play with it. We haven't gotten it to do anything and listen to it and see how it sounds. So in lieu of that, I have to go with what I know because I like to play it safe. I would go with the Kenwoods. If you are a JL fan, and like I said, these are not crappy. We know they're not crappy. Jeff was like, yeah, these things sound good.
Oh, hang on.
So...
hang on this one because I saw this one. Oh, shoot.
Oh, Justin's?
Yes.
Dean's chocolate covered chair. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
There's the chocolate covered chairs. Those things are gone, bro. Yeah. No, he did give those to me, Justin. Thank you.
That was right there.
No, we were talking. Well, because Justin came on last night at the Boring Life, Dean and Haley. We were talking about
I saw it for it.
And I totally forgot it was the chocolate covered chairs. No, those things got decimated, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like this close to open it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah. No,
you know what?
But
they fell out of the backpack, man. I have no idea.
Those
what are you eating? Nothing?
Yes, thank you, Justin. Yes. That's why I forgot because, man, they were gone in like 2 days.
Yes.
So,
all right.
Hold on. How do you set turn off delay on a PS8 Pro? I have no
I think
idea.
it's a PSM Pro.
Well, PS8 Pro. That's the
The
big
L?
one. That's the big one. I don't have the Windows machine here, but I know a guy that could help you with that, and that's Brian Mitchell at ARC. He can walk you through that, and I know he talked about it in the show where we did that, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay. Really? Wow.
There is a dedicated page, though, that is just nonsense background stuff that it's on that you can just adjust it from there. I think it's on the same page where you can adjust your subwoofer level control intensity. Have a 2019 Mustang with 2 amps. Would you guys recommend a second battery or a capacitor, and what is the difference? So, depending on the size of the amplifiers is whether or not you're going to need the battery or not. We've done plenty of these systems where they were normal amounts of power that we didn't use a second battery. However, we've done a couple where the guy was like, I got a 2K amplifier and something for my mids and highs, or I got a 3K, in which case we did add a small second battery into the back. A capacitor and battery do 2 different things. Most capacitors nowadays are utterly useless. The idea is that the idea behind a capacitor is you put it in the back and it charges, and it's like a pump. It charges really fast and it discharges equally as fast. So when you're in one of those extreme moments, it's like, here's some power. However, if your battery is dead, it can't really accomplish its task because it can't pull enough current to shoot into the amplifier. A battery is reserve time. So battery stores a bunch of power and then releases it over a long period of time. The battery is what makes the most sense because the battery will allow you to have a bigger pool of water to draw from to power your amplifiers. Now we have lithium, which is really nice. You can get a small lithium-sized battery to put back there that will hopefully not burn your car to the ground, but so make sure you get a good one. But a small battery in the back will allow you to take some of that excess current that isn't being used at times when you are playing your radio low or you don't have your headlights on or the air conditioning is off and the car is just consuming power and storing it. The other thing too is the batteries typically don't. Most situations that we put a second battery in are fine. They don't ever have any issues as far as needing to charge them and stuff like that. But if you're a base head, in which case you have the 3K, the 4K, and stuff like that, you may want to buy a charger that's for the battery type and plug it in maybe once or twice a month just to top it off to make sure that it stays nice and functional.
Okay.
Is there a way to get the 4-pin speaker Molex connector for the MFT1 harness? I look on iData's website with no luck. No, they're not going to have that for sale all by itself. If you broke it,
what's up, Chris?
I would reach out to them through tech support and just be like, hey, I have this issue. It's not like they can't get them to you somehow and or cross-reference it. I would think that was something something they should be able to figure out and do. But yeah. Okay, Lance says Rome was built in a day. Oh, no, it totally was. Rome was built in a day. Learning to tune DSP isn't any different. Yeah, it only takes a day. Just play with it. Totally, yeah, Rome was built in a day, man. And they burned the whole thing down in a day, too. It's a crazy party. You should have been there. Just go to Epcot. They tell you all about it. Did you know all roads lead to Rome?
No.
That's what they say on the Epcot ride.
Oh.
Yeah.
We should go.
We should go.
After this.
Dean, I know you are all about the Mustang, but if Florida had rocks to crawl, what would be your rock crawler of choice? Choice. Choose. It's funny you say that because before we went live, we were talking about this Bronco right here.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-door Bronco. And I was like, I don't really see any purpose of having
the OJ, right?
a 2-door Bronco. Yeah, that was the original 2-door Bronco.
So,
but I'm just saying, I'm not a Jeep guy and I'm not a Bronco guy. I really don't think I'm a rock crawler person, okay? Because I
Have you
don't
been?
like being in a parking lot where people could park next to me, let alone intentionally go to an area where somebody can scratch the crap out of my stuff. I don't know.
But this is what you're buying these things for,
Yeah, but
to just go crazy.
I don't have it in me. I really don't. I don't want to take the wrapper off. I just don't think I could do it.
You just want to park it like 3 miles away.
Yeah, or take somebody else's car. Let them do it. I
It's a
don't know.
car, man.
I know. In there again. Maybe a Honda Civic on 44s. Just go crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look like dog.
So in there
Dog,
again,
how he
yes,
drives. His
we'll come back to
Jeep.
your question. You just need to go out on a weekend with us, and
Done.
and there again,
That's it.
I would love to.
That's it.
I would totally do that
Yes.
with his Jeep.
Yes.
I don't want my own. It's like I don't know. This
That's
is not
cool,
a rabbit
dude.
hole I want to go down. I would love. Are you kidding me? I would have a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be taking pictures. I'd be doing stupid videos.
Yes.
I'd fly a drone. I mean, I'd hang on. I'd be the guy that's in the car going, as it rolls down the hill. That'd be fun as hell.
That would be fun as hell. Yes,
but then I
for
could
sure.
go home. It's like babysitting. It's great to have the kid over.
Yes.
See, totally, and yeah,
I love that.
and I would totally go. All right, so back to the Honda Accord. Hell, Honda Accord system got JL Audio C3s, 650s for the front, a D1200 with the AX DS, the Metro H3, 4 channels for 4 crossovers, harness wiring for front rear sub. Do these have to be amplified with this setup? So, no. If you're using the Access AX DSP L, which is light, the idea there is that piece is going to take the digital connector out of the car and go into the AX DSP. The AX DSP is then going to give you direction to where it needs to go. So if you just want to go front rear sub, you can. If you want to go front tweeter, front mid, whatever you want to do, you don't need to. It is bypassing the Honda DSP, so you don't need it anymore. So you don't need to retain it. So the reason why we typically don't use the AX DSP-L for the Honda is that the mic, the Bluetooth, or the hands-free calling echoes. And I would be very curious if you end up doing this, which it sounds like you are, if you get the echo, because we haven't used the piece in years, just because we can't get a confirmation on is it working now. I would love to know. So if you do end up doing this, please come back. If everything works great, please come back and let us know. I really want to know.
You really want to know?
I really want to know.
All right.
Rockford have any new component sets soon? NDA availability. Okay, so the reality is every manufacturer is always making new stuff, right? So it doesn't matter who the manufacturer is. Do they always? Really, the question that you want to ask is, do they have them coming in a timely manner? Okay. Right. So, for example, Audio Control, who's the sponsor for the next 15 minutes, just came out with PNW speakers last year. It's a middle-of-the-road speaker as far as price point go. So someone would ask, is Audio Control going to come out with a higher-end version of that? I mean, you would hope so, right? But the real question is, I mean, you'd almost be guaranteed, like, yeah, they're going to come out with one at some point. They have to. This is doing great. So why would they not come out with something that's even better? Mm-hmm. Are they going to do it in a timely manner? That's the question that everyone needs to ask, because everyone is always updating their equipment. They've got new stuff coming out all the time. Every manufacturer does. But where in the train is it coming out? So, for example, like the new, we'll use Rockford. When Rockford has the new Jeep system, okay, that was in production 3 years ago, right? When we went there to do the documentary, they had prototypes there, and it's in the video. Like, you get to see the 3D CAD of the
box,
of the Gladiator box.
Yep.
Okay, whatever version of it was, because it went through several iterations. It took 3 years and God only knows when they started on it.
Correct. This is when
because
like
they were already
was moving.
They were already moving, man. They
Yeah.
had CADs, they had prototypes,
Yeah.
and it still took 3 years from that point to SEMA, when it was like, it's coming. It'll be here by the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's like, holy yeah, that's a long time.
Or
So
when we went and then we went into the back room and we saw the whole thing and it's like, okay, you know?
then I said,
and
this
like,
is the dumbest thing you guys could ever possibly do. And then that got,
well, I think the idea was great. It's just not practical. I don't know. But
Dean was the
yes.
bad guy that day, and that whole thing got scrapped.
There you go, for the guy that was asking for the PSA Pro.
It is in the settings on the left of the screen. Thank you, Doug.
Doug is the man.
Doug knows about DSP. Doug
Really?
knows DSP. Doug works for Rockford now.
Really?
So, anyways, so there again, to answer that question, yes, but it's the time that always matters. Everyone always has new stuff coming out, but when are we going to get it is really what we want to know. So the when is the question. The when, who has an answer for that?
The when, the when.
Because I mean, geez. I mean, that is the fun part, though. Like, we got a box coming that we can't talk about until
next week.
A couple weeks from now. Yeah, we can't talk about it until April. So that'll.
Could you imagine if you just like
what
with everything they?
Oh, just tell everything we know. Oh God, that would suck.
You would be in jail.
No, I'd be in trouble. We'd both be in trouble. But hey, that's part of the excitement of it, right? I mean,
blame the Mexican, man.
It's totally his fault. I didn't do it. I didn't do it at all. All right. So
ready?
You didn't like your C3s. I understand.
So hang on. I'm trying to find.
Call Crutchfield. Tell him to give Mary Lou a raise. Okay.
Hey, Massimo, right there, from Italy. What's up, man?
What's happening, dude?
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you as well.
Oh yeah, man.
How you been? I've been okay.
That's
awesome. It's a good time. Got to go to Italy. That's on the list. See, but here's my problem. Okay,
you have a lot of problems.
I do. I got 99 of them. So like everyone, let's go to France. I just want to go to Euro Disney. Like, I want to go. It's like I want to go to Tokyo, which would be amazing. But I just want to go. I just want to go. No, I just want to go to see Disney in Tokyo. Yeah. It's like I just want to fly and go to Disney. I don't care about all the other crap. I just want to see Disney while I'm there. You know, it's so weird. And like Italy, I want to go and see the Pope. There's all these other cool things to do. I just want to go see the touristy crap. Yeah. What's your opinion on MB Quartz? Honest opinion. So we know this guy that does things. He does all kinds of things. He's the guy you call when you need stuff. And he's really good at it.
Who is he?
You know who he is. Anyways, we were at his house one day, and he had a set of the new MB Quartz speakers, the ones that come with the headphones and all that. And it's the ones that are German made. So it's the ones that are being made at German Maestro, formerly MB Quartz, before all that happened.
Yes.
So we got to touch and feel them and hold them and look at them. They looked gorgeous. They really did. They were impressive. Yes. I kept waiting for him to go, hey, you should take a pair home, because he had a couple pair. But so
not so much.
That, right? yeah. So those speakers were fantastic, because they're again. Now they are assembled in Germany. Mm-hmm. They have different laws about a lot of guys, made in America or assembled in America or designed in America. They don't have stuff like that. When they say it's made in said country, they could just be they put 2 screws in it and it was made there. I mean, that's
the sticker. It's
just a little different. And we know this because he explained how he got all the parts that went to Germany to have it assembled there. Mm-hmm. But anyways, it was a gorgeous looking speaker, and I was impressed. Now, when we look at the regular MB Quartz stuff, it's just regular MB Quartz stuff. I mean, it's not MB Quartz of the 1980s or 90s. It's not that. It's a whole new brand. They make some really neat products. We've fingered all at shows, and we've heard some of them, and it's not MB Quartz of 80s and 90s. So if that's what you're looking for, you're going to be out of luck. If you want that, that's German Maestro, because they literally make the same stuff. So if that's what you're trying to get at, just go buy their stuff. Hi, Dean and Fernando. I
What's up?
have a 2024 Honda CRV XL 8-speaker system, non-premium 9-inch screen. I was wondering if the kicker key 200.4 would work. I'm thinking about Morel components sets for the front. Okay, we got 8-speaker system, non-premium audio, and we're thinking about putting a 4-channel amp in there. So here's how we would approach this if it came into us. The first thing we need to do is find out what is powering what. It's an 8-speaker stereo. I'm assuming that one of those is a subwoofer and one of those is a center channel. So that's a 6-speaker stereo. We have to find out what is coming from those two things, meaning is there a center channel? And if there is, what is coming from it? Is the Bluetooth or hands-free coming from there, or the navigation prompts coming from there? Is it an actual functional center channel, or is it just something making noise in the center of the dash that isn't really needed? Because if we can eliminate it, more than likely we would want to, because the whole purpose of the key is to do that for you. And if it's there, it could either cause some form of a weird echo or nothing at all. So it really depends. But a key is made to power 4 speakers. Not it can do front and rear, but if you have an active front stage, or there again, I don't know. So if we have, like, if it's a tweeter and a mid-range up front and they're on channels 1 and 2 as opposed to 1 through 4, then that's easy enough to a key can deal with that. But we would typically use it just to power the tweeters and the mid-range and not worry about the rears. That's their own problem. And then you have a subwoofer to deal with, I'm assuming. So there again, it just gets it's a 4-channel amp. So
All right, this is cool.
my wife was wondering how much my
KX3s cost. She gets $500. I say yes, and she was mad. Yeah, I mean,
she was mad at 500.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's not watching the show. I won't tell you how much they cost, but it ain't $500. 300 tops, with a 2 in front of it and another 0 at the end. But anyways, yeah. So a lot of the times when you guys get into these cars,
he's gonna sleep in the car tonight.
Yeah, a bunch of channels like that. It's you have to, like, we don't necessarily see a lot of 2024 Honda CRVs, and if we do, we're typically just adding a subwoofer. So we're not going to pull the radio out and do a whole bunch of diagnostics on it to figure out what is going on. So especially when if it's a non-amplified system, some of those new Hondas, they all, for some reason now, everything has noise canceling or fake. Yeah, it's all noise canceling in the Honda, so you're going to have to bypass that. Easiest way to check for that is just look in the headliner. If you see any microphones anywhere in the center of the headliner, that's got ANC.
All right.
So, how do you send pink noise into the audio control DSP series by a phone via USB-C into an external DAC interface that converts the signal into digital coax cable leading into the digital inputs of the DSP? Can someone please answer this question? I've read the pink noise apps are garbage. Okay, that's a lot of wording for how do we get pink noise into an amplifier. So here's the thing. The pink noise has to be coming from the source that you're planning on playing music from, because otherwise there's no point in tuning it. So you have to get pink noise from a device, either a CD, an aux, whatever. Now, as far as pink noise are all garbage, that's not true. There are actually quite a few good ones out there. Yeah. Sheffield Labs has a pink noise that you can get through iTunes. It's an audio grade recording. It sounds fantastic. Yeah. There's also Educar Test and Tune app has a pink noise built into it. You can download a really nice pink noise from Kicker's website for free. You can download it onto your phone through a Dropbox or through just moving it into your iTunes library, or just put it as a file and play it that way. But the
Audio Frog has...
If you buy the Audio Frog mics, it has their CD in it. I think you can also download that on his webpage.
His website, yeah.
I think Rockford has a pink noise you can download. Pretty much everybody has a pink. Actually, you can even go to DNF Tool Drawer, and we have a pink noise there that you can download that we stole from somebody else and gave you as a download. So we have polarity pops, we have pink noise, and we have I am center, I am left, I am right, all on the
You are here.
yeah, so that is all on the DNF tool drawer.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, I got it. I know exactly where to go. It's right there.
Boom.
So if you go to if you go to, let me hide this.
Let me hide it.
Yep, thank you. If you go to the meters and probes page, all the way at the bottom, there's your polarity, pink noise. It's all right there. So the deal is getting it into the car using the means in which you're planning on playing music. So if you're going to use all those cool things when you're listening to music, then that's how you want to do it. Yeah, there you go. But like when we tune a car, like when we're done tuning this, when we're done with this Bronco, we're going to plug our iPhone into it, and we're going to play pink noise from our iPhone, because that's how they're going to listen to the car. You know, they're not going to listen to the car doing some weird stuff. So, you know, it doesn't make sense to tune the car in a medium in which they're not actually going to listen to it. So if you're going to do like the external Bluetooth player for the, so what is it, the BT25?
BT24?
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, I mean, it's close.
If you're going to do the ACBT24, then you would play it from your phone through the ACBT24 into the system, because that's how you're planning on listening to it.
I just feel like, you know, don't do it via Bluetooth.
Oh, no, you never. But if that's just how you're going to listen.
Connected to. I know, but it's.
I'm just saying, you got to tune for what you got. But I always take those out.
Connected. Better.
Oh, you don't have one of these? Oh, we never took it out of the package.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Mike. He finally shows up at the end.
Oh, he was busy doing his thing.
Yeah, and he's right, though. Or go to DNF Tool Drawer and also visit their swag store and pick up some threads that will get all the ladies. I mean, the only one. Okay, so Mike, the only one that'll get ladies, and this is the truth, is the this one right here. This one will get all the ladies as soon as it loads in.
All the ladies?
This one will get all the ladies right there. That'll get you noticed walking through an airport. Yep.
Do you know?
Do you know? I know him. So it's pretty exciting. Oh my gosh, that takes us to the end of the show. Oh my gosh, I keep saying oh my gosh, that's really weird.
Oh my gosh.
I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Audio Control, Moscone, Focal, all just here to help you guys out and us to pay for the show. It's Monday, as most of you guys painfully are aware of. We will be back on Instagram tomorrow. We'll update you on what's happening on the Bronco.
Maybe.
You'll be getting videos all week. Yay, unless I fall asleep from staying up figuring out my taxes, because that sucks. We'll be back Friday morning with the news.
Yeah.
Thursday night, I'll be on the Hi-Fi Vega network.
Woo!
Saturday, we'll be back doing this same format, hopefully more energized and ready to go.
And I apologize if we didn't get to your questions, but
you can ask us
Instagram
Saturday or
Saturday.
Instagram's a good place to get a question answered.
Yeah.
Don't forget, that's it.
Friday news.
Friday is news. And then the week after that, we'll have Monday and Instagram, and that's it, because I'll be in Canada. I leave Wednesday night.
And I'm not going to be working all week.
No, you got to play with Paul all week. My heart goes out to you.
Probably we're going to set up the displays.
Yeah, sure. Probably not. You're probably putting backup cameras in the whole time.
All right.
All right, guys. That's it. As I say, fade to black.